及在座的贵宾及同学们，大家午安！欢迎莅临第19届英资班成果发表会。我们是上半场的主持人张云熙、古玉洁。
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the presentation of 19th Xisong English Gifting class. We are the hosts of the first session, Jessica and Greta.
现在，让我们有请校长为我们说几句话。
Before starting, we are honored to introduce our principal Chen to you.
亲爱的中班同学、丽华老师，还有我们可爱的家长，大家午安。今天我真的非常期待看到大家的演出跟表演了。那我再一次代表西松高中全体师生，欢迎各位的莅临到来，然后让我们一起见证孩子这2年来的成长。谢谢大家，谢谢。
谢谢校长。
Thanks, Principal Chen.
现在就让我们带着轻松愉快的心情，一同进入这个幻想国度。
We hope each and every one of you have a great afternoon and enjoy yourself while traveling through our imaginary world.
This is Toby, a high school student who is lost and can't find the true calling of his life.
Oh, what a tedious life. I'm tired of repeating the same dull routine every day. Aren't there any exciting things to do?
Poor Toby, tired of everything and has almost no friends. His only entertainment is to watch meaningless videos on YouTube. Another day was scrolling the homepage of YouTube and an unusual video captured Toby's attention. It was a traveling vlog. He was impressed upon finishing it.
Oh, how come I never realized the true beauty of this amazing earth? I just spent all of my time in this pathetic little room. I want to explore the world too.
Thanks to the video, Toby is able to wake himself up from his sad, dull, and plain life and finally step out of his comfort zone. With that being said, this is a story about a depressed teenager struggling to find happiness by traveling to different countries.
But how can YouTube choose to show the traveling vlog to Toby?
This is a really good question. I'm curious about it too.
This is called the YouTube algorithm. It is a vital coding language that helps the user to watch more interesting videos. In order to know more about this mysterious working process of YouTube, let us invite Toby himself to introduce this amazing system.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Toby, and today the topic of my presentation is the YouTube algorithm. First of all, I want to ask you guys a question. Who loves to watch factors are the content inside the video and the reaction the audience exhibits. Let's start with the content. So currently, YouTube did a decent job on the upgrade of the algorithm. And one of the biggest improvements is YouTube will scan the whole video attentively during the upload. YouTube will scan every single scene. For example, the background, the music, the characters, or even the facial expressions on the characters. Scrutinizing all the details, YouTube will analyze the statistics and define which group of audience will be most willing to see. The reactions we exhibit also have an important impact on the algorithm too. So to illustrate this point, let me give you a specialized term called the CTR. This is the abbreviation of the click-through rate. And the calculation formula is the number of times the video got clicked divided the frequency it appears on the user's page. Of course, YouTube will take this into account with the algorithm functions. Our feedback also stands an important role in the algorithm too. So according to the algorithm, one of the biggest standards that determines whether a video is worth recommending is the number of likes and the frequency of comments and shares. Also, our habit also matters too. YouTube contains two different algorithms, the homepage system and the video recommendation system, and both of them have a strong link on what the audience does. For content creators, our main goal is to ensure that our content can attract people and increase the average watch time length as long as possible. Although the CTR and the number of views are important too, the average watch time length is the most significant indicator. So to use these characteristics, creators can employ these methods. First, creators can bring in dedicated thumbnails. This can successfully boost the CTR and effectively capture the audience attention. Take my channel as an example. So these two videos have noticeable differences between the views, and I assume that the thumbnail is the most significant indicator. The first video is just a simple scene from the gameplay, while the other is a screenshot I took on purpose, just to show which role I played in the video. So I believe that the number of views will increase more if I add more elements inside the thumbnail. Next, creators can explore current trends, or maybe consider using piggyback off the trend. This means to explore on a topic that is currently popular and attract additional traffic. Take this video as an example. So I think everyone knows this song, Xisong from Home, which is a highly catchy anime opening song this year. This creator quoted this song and made a connection between the mobile game, Brawl Stars. This one mishap received an incredible amount of views, and the number of its subscribers soared dramatically. This is also an example for the dance content, which is expanding the topic of your video. Finding yourself across different fields can help your video touch upon a vast range of audience. After learning all of these, I have a deeper understanding of what the algorithm functions. What I realized is there is no way to make your channel go viral overnight. It is essential to experience the accumulation of your total views and subscribers. So my dream is to provide more jubilant videos in the future and share my happiness to others. Here are the references, and that's all for my presentation. Thank you for attention.
Thanks for Toby through the introduction of the YouTube algorithm. I've never knew that Toby had that much understanding of these kind of things.
However, the the tree must still go on, right? Toby, it's time for you to keep packing.
Okay.
Excited about the trip, Toby is looking for more clothes for the trip. Since this journey is a different experience for him, he is looking for more clothes. To make things more efficient, he needs the help of technology, Shopee and Shein, the two big online shopping platforms.
Oh my god, these clothes will definitely fit me. And most of them are cheaper than those in the physical stores. I cannot compare the prices between different platforms and choose the best option.
Nowadays, online shopping platforms are gradually becoming the main method of shopping. Customers can purchase a wide variety of items using this modern technology. Now, let's get into the two biggest platforms, Shopee and Shein, with Victoria, Irene, and Sylvia Lin.
Hello everyone, this is Victoria, Irene, and Sylvia. Hey Irene, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
I have seen several of your dancing performances, and I always love your outfits. Like, how do you usually buy those clothes?
Well, I usually just go shopping in the market or grocery store.
But recently, I found out that online shopping is much more convenient.
Indeed, online shopping is inseparable from our daily life nowadays as technology and the internet improve. New type of economic, model, and commercial activities emerge.
You can say that again. Let me tell you guys a slogan that I've heard before. Fashion that takes you to extra miles. And that's why people rely heavily on online shopping.
So this time, according to the experience of the three of us and the research we did, the most commonly used online shopping platform for teenagers and in our age group are none other than Shopee and Shein.
That leads to our topic, Shopee or Shein, which do you prefer? So we're going to divide our presentation into 5 parts, which are literature review, research methods, analysis and results, conclusion and suggestions, and our thoughts.
Firstly, we'll be looking at a literature review by comparing the data of Shopee and Shein. Starting from the main market of Shopee is located in Southeast Asia and Taiwan, while Shein's main market is located in Northern America.
Secondly, we'll be illustrating the research method, pointing out how we did the research and what means we used. We set some limitation for our participants. We focus on high school and college students who are between 15 to 20 years old. Also, the questionnaire was conducted from November 15 to November 30th.
In these 16 days, use Google Forms to analyze our participants' usage habits. And as you can see, we received 290 responses, which is quite impressive. Thirdly, we'll be looking into the analysis and results.
As our first question, we asked our participants have they ever used Shopee or Shein before. We analyzed among 278 responses, and as you can see, about 56.2% of them have used both Shopee and Shein before. On the other hand, 43.8% of them have only used Shopee before. Surprisingly, none of them have only used Shein before, which can confirm that Shopee's main market focuses on Asian countries more than Shein.
And on the left side is the biological sex ratio of who have used both Shopee and Shein before. Among 149 participants, there are 85.9 are female and only 14.1 are male, which is a significant gap between the two.
And among the 116 participants who have only used Shopee before, 54.3 of them are female and the others are male. The gap between male and female who have only used Shopee before is smaller than that of those who have used both Shopee and Shein before.
Moving on to our next question, we asked our participants what they usually buy on the platform. As you can see, the result shows that clothes ranked first in both Shopee and Shein.
But meanwhile, the proportion of clothes in Shopee and Shein has a big gap. Shopee accounts for only 42% of the chart, while Shein accounts for up to 86% of the chart. The big gap shows the point that Shopee provides a more varying number of categories in product, while Shein specializes in clothes.
And finally, we'll be explaining the conclusion and suggestion. In the pie chart, we use orange to indicate the area where Shopee can improve, while blue indicates Shein. And in the middle is the part that we think they both can improve.
Started by Shopee, we summarize 2 points that a company can work on. First, the counterfeit goods. To make sure that it can provide a wide assortment of products, Shopee enables everyone to be a seller. However, diversification of goods make it impossible to guarantee the quality of the products, so it may be easily flooded with a lot of counterfeit goods. To reduce these conditions, we personally think that the official can set up a mechanism to check the quality of the goods or establish relevant penalties. Next, the reply efficiency. To ensure that the customers can have a delightful shopping experience, we can communicate to the seller directly. Well, this system might sound really thoughtful, but it just can't ensure the attitude and the frequencies of the seller's reply. We guess that the customer service to reply to these messages can reduce the conflict between the seller and the buyer.
And when it comes to Shein, we think it has 2 main parts that can improve. The first one is that it has some disputes about plagiarism. For example, the recent controversy involving the Japanese brand Uniqlo accusing Shein of infringement and plagiarism. In this regard, we think Shein can invest more resources in product design and development department. Even if the price will increase as the cost of production increases, it will significantly reduce the occurrences and disputes. And the next one is the labor exploitation issue. According to some news, they often make the worker work overtime. The suppliers work up to 75 hours per week, which means they work an average of 12 hours per day. As a result, we think the quality of their production has been affected for this reason.
And lastly, let's talk about the issue that they both have. The first one is quality control. According to the survey, they both have some issue with the quality. For Shopee, anyone can be a seller, so the quality of the product is unstable. And on the other hand, for Shein, they hire a huge group of labor, and just as Sylvia said, they often make them work overtime. So the quality of the product is also not always so satisfying. And the second one is different from what people expected. When shopping online, we can preview the product by those photos or reviews. But those don't always show how the true product is in real life. So people may receive something totally different from what they expected. For the suggestion of these two, we think that it will be better if there is some limitation or standard for the seller to control the quality.
And lastly, here are the thoughts of the three of us after the investigation. Which do we prefer? To me, as a hardcore fan of K-pop, I believe that Shopee can be my demands for buying my favorite artists' merch and albums. Besides, as a diligent student but doesn't have much free time, I can also buy the K-pop I need in a really efficient way.
And for me, as a performer in the pop dance club, I prefer Shein because each performance of ours requires a different outfit, and we often wear them not more than 10 times. So Xisong, the platform that specializes in clothes and happens to have lower prices but not so good quality, is a better option for me.
In my opinion, both of them would be my choice when I buy different kinds of products. For example, when I want to buy gifts for my friend, I would choose Shopee as it has various types of products. On the other hand, I would choose Shein when I want to buy accessories and clothes at a low price.
How about you guys? Let's recall what you have heard from us and think about it. Which do you prefer?
Now, please raise your hand if you think you prefer Shopee more.
Thank you.
And please raise your hand if you think you prefer Shein more.
Thank you.
And please raise your hand if you think you like them both equally.
Thank you.
So that's it for today. Hope the next time that you are torn between Shopee or Shein, our presentation could help you.
This is Victoria,
Irene,
And Sylvia.
Thank you.
Time flies, and it is now the day before Toby's flight. Unfortunately, Toby forgot to order the clothes from the online shop due to his procrastination.
I forgot to order those clothes before my trip again. What should I do next? Oh.
Toby's procrastination is getting worse. When he realized the seriousness of this symptom, we hope Toby can learn something new after listening to the following introduction on procrastination.
Hello everyone, my name is Justin.
My name is Gabriel.
Today we're going to talk about procrastination.
So, have you ever had a situation in which you were assigned homework with a deadline maybe 1 or 2 weeks later, or even a month? When will you start to do it? Immediately after the teacher assigns it, or just before the deadline?
I think an ordinary student will have a plan like this. Spreading out to work smoothly every day and having just enough time to finish it before the deadline. But when you really start doing the work, you end up getting distracted by your phone or the food in the fridge. So you decide to change it, you and also plan like this. You know, there's also time, you don't need to rush. But then time flies and you suddenly realize the deadline is arriving 10 minutes later and you haven't finished your work. How did this happen? This is what we're going to talk about today.
So, what is procrastination? According to Emily Chen, procrastination refers to intentionally delaying or avoiding something, which is what we were demonstrating earlier.
Procrastination is actually a common phenomenon in daily life, even if we're unaware of it. For students like us, studying can be difficult, and it may be more difficult to remain concentrated when there are so many pleasures attracting us. Unfortunately, due to our innate laziness, we often prioritize pleasure over important tasks.
In our research, we designed a survey to understand high school students' daily procrastination behavior. The survey included the impact of homework difficulty, motivation, and the level of regret and unwillingness that students feel toward procrastination. Now, we're going to talk about our analysis and results. After we collected our survey, of the 100 successful samples that were collected, approximately 66% of them came from second-year high school students, which is the most, and about 65% of the successful samples were from females.
In the first case, we will discover how homework complexity affects students' procrastination. But before we start, we have created 2 scenarios to better understand the problems that students face with procrastination. In both scenarios, students are dismissed from school at 4 p.m. every day and must go to school on the weekends. But they don't have to attend extra classes or prep school. So let's talk about the first scenario. Your English teacher assigns homework consisting of 10 multiple choice questions due in a week, and your English ability allows you to finish it within 10 minutes.
As for the second scenario, your English teacher assigns writing exercises with a deadline also a week later, which your English ability allows you to complete within 3 hours. As you can see, the first scenario is viewed as easy homework. In contrast, the second scenario is viewed as challenging homework. Now, let's talk about our results. Based on the results shown on the left side, most respondents said they will finish the assignment immediately or just before the deadline.
On the right side, respondents who decide to finish it immediately largely decrease, while respondents decide to finish it during the week or say that they might turn in late show an increase. In conclusion, we believe that the more time and effort the task requires, the less willingness the student will have to finish it right away.
In the second case, students will have to finish a boring assignment that requires data collection and analysis using a computer. The goal is to find out whether the respondent was confident to finish the assignment during class without procrastinating and understand the factors contributing to students' academic procrastination.
These are our results. According to our results on the left, most respondents indicated that they might become distracted and procrastinate. So we then further asked the 68% of respondents who might procrastinate about the main cause. The most common responses were unmotivated to finish the assignment or had an extremely poor willingness to finish the job. One possible explanation for this behavior is a psychological dislike of academic tasks and a lack of rewards.
In the last case, we wanted to know the students' level of regret they will feel if they didn't. In the last case, we wanted to know the students' level of regret about the procrastinating behavior. So we asked them to rate the level of regret they will feel if they didn't finish preparing for the exam on a scale from 0 to 5. The higher the number, the greater regret they will feel. On the left, it shows that 75% of respondents had a regret level greater than or equal to 3, indicating that the majority of students regret procrastinating.
Next, we asked the students if they want to change their procrastinating behavior on a scale from 0 to 5. On the right, it shows that about 90% of respondents want to change further than or equal to 3, which indicates that most respondents regret their initial decision to procrastinate and would like to adjust their behavior. In conclusion, we believe that most respondents regret procrastinating and would like to make adjustments.
Lastly, we're going to talk about our conclusions and suggestions. To avoid procrastination, there are 3 things you can do. Firstly, setting goals can help motivate you and give you a sense of purpose.
Secondly, it's important to take breaks. We'll also make sure to stay focused when it's supposed to be working.
Lastly, remember how good it feels to get things done and let that feeling motivate you to keep going.
As we bring this speech to an end, we'll leave you with these words from Abraham Lincoln. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today.
Thank you for listening.
Oh gosh, I hate myself for my bad habit. I still have a lot of things to prepare, especially clothes, or otherwise I'll have to wear the same clothes every day. Ew, that's gross.
In order to buy more clothes, Toby decided to go to the clothing store at the airport.
Oh wow, plenty of choices of clothes. But I have no idea about how to pick those that suits me. Hey, can you introduce these 3 friends for me? I'm looking for some clothes that will be suitable for me.
Actually, I'm new here, so I also have no idea about these things. Let me introduce you to the expert.
Oh, sure.
Let us all meet the expert, Kaylin, Anik, and Rosa.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kaylin. I'm Rosa.
I'm Anik.
Today, we're going to share with you our academic research. Our topic is an analysis of customer perception of Gap, Uniqlo, and Next.
answer a question. What do you buy every day in your daily life?
Clothes.
Yeah, in everyone's daily life, without a doubt, we all need to buy clothes. And the clothing brands that customers can choose from include these. Well, with so many brands out there, how do we even choose? Out of all these brands, we pick American brand Gap, Japanese brand Uniqlo, and Time's own net for an in-depth study to help customers find their own top picks.
And now, let's look at the introduction. Fast fashion is super popular now. Compared to expensive luxury brands, modern people prefer to buy fashionable items at affordable prices. With so many fast fashion brands popping up, standing out is very difficult. That's why figuring out what makes each brand unique is very important. Our main target is to check out how Gap, Uniqlo, and Net are promoting themselves. We also conduct a survey to understand the customers' awareness and satisfaction with these three fast fashion brands.
Let's go through our content. Our presentation is divided into 5 main parts: the 4 P's of marketing, brand perception, customer satisfaction, conclusion, and suggestion.
And now, let's look at the 4 P's of marketing. We utilize the 4 P's of marketing to analyze the difference between Gap, Uniqlo, and Net's marketing strategies. The 4 P's of marketing is mainly used to evaluate the products, price, place, and promotion of a company or brand.
Now let's look at Gap. In the product category of the 4 P's, Gap focuses on iconic American fashion. For price, it often offers discount on classic items. But doing too much might make young customers think the clothes are cheap. This could give Gap a bad image among consumers. As for place, Gap only has 50 physical stores in Taiwan, mostly located in North America. This suggests that Gap might not be as popular among Chinese shoppers. Regarding promotion, Gap has fewer standalone stores, and most of their stores are in department stores.
Uniqlo is a very famous Japanese brand. It offers exclusive clothing line, a variety of color options, and a wide range of products. Strategically, Uniqlo provides high-quality clothing at affordable price, making it competitive with other brands. As for its location, it has over 70 physical stores in Taiwan, and most of them are located in department stores. And it also features high-efficient online shopping capability, which provide an additional assist for customers to choose from. Uniqlo is also good at promoting their new products through social media and using mannequins to display their new collections.
Net is a local brand established in Taiwan. It is suitable for people of all ages. One of the best things of Net is its affordable price, often with discounts and promotions. Net has 144 physical stores in Taiwan, and its online platform is very awesome. However, it lacks the ability to explore the international market, making it less competitive globally. Net's charity work also moves a lot of people. It's very touching and also helps its brand image to be very positive.
Now, we want to know whether the public impression of these 3 brands were sent as a 4 P's marketing. Therefore, we conduct a survey to know the answer to this question, and we received a total of 173 valid responses.
And here is the basic information on our survey. Our survey started from November 23rd to November 30th in 2023. Most of our responses are female, with now making up only 15% of all participants. Nearly half of our response fell into 40 to 60 age bracket.
Now, let's look at brand perception. The top 3 brand features in consumer mind of Gap are comfortable to wear, iconic products, and moderate prices.
According to the survey data of Uniqlo, the #1 reason for favoring its price is comfortable to wear, while various products and moderate prices came in second and third.
We can clearly see that the most admirable aspect of that is its moderate price. The second place is comfortable to wear, and the third place is various products.
Now, let's look at customer satisfaction.
We also survey consumers on brand satisfaction and visualize the result in a radar chart. As you can see, Uniqlo outperformed Gap and Net in most categories, but Net was seen as better for price. Gap and Net show similar performance in other areas.
Now, let's move on to our conclusion. Here's the conclusion we have come up with. Gap and Uniqlo are both known for their comfort to wear and reasonable prices. However, Gap is additionally known for its iconic products, such as Phoenix, while Uniqlo is distinguished for its high-quality materials and clean store environments. Net, on the other hand, is identified for its prices being even more affordable and having a variety of promotional activities.
For brand perception and consumer satisfaction, consumers perceive Gap and Uniqlo similarly and are equally satisfied. However, on the radar chart for customer satisfaction, Net was seen as lacking in quality perception, even though it's known for comfort on the brand perception chart. These show the slight difference between how people see the brands and how satisfied they are. Let's move on to suggestions. Based on the research we have done, we also come up with 3 suggestions to help both stores and customers to agree on what they want. The first one is reasonable prices and good quality. Consumers want both good prices and quality clothes. So it's important for stores to offer both to keep customers happy and coming back.
And the second one is social platform. As the influence of internet grows, brands need to do more than just traditional marketing needs. They have to use social platforms and other online strategies to attract new customers' attention.
The third one is clean store environment. Keeping the store clean and tidy, where products are arranged neatly, makes customers want to come back forever. So, it's important to keep the store looking good.
Different brands have their own characteristics, just like each person is unique and special. Fashion is what you buy, style is what you do with it. Hope everyone here can find your own style not only in clothes, but also in your own lives. Thanks for listening.
Oh my god, it's been a while on your head. My 6 by 42?
Yeah, what a surprise! Haven't seen you for a long time.
Yeah, me too. So, where should we go first?
Do you have any place in your mind?
When it comes to Thailand, I often think about the Khmer show. I heard that they are so beautiful.
Yes, our students here are very famous. People who can happy with their gender come here for gender reassignment surgeries.
Oh, so they're transgender?
I also have no idea about this topic. How about I introduce my friends Yon and Sylvia Hong, who has incredible knowledge in this topic to come and explain things to you.
Oh, sure.
Let's go.
Hello everyone, my name is Fion.
My name is Sylvia.
Today we're going to talk about a research we made about transgender. So we divided our presentation into 3 parts. First, we'll be looking at the literature review. The content mostly revolves around what transgender is and explanations of related terms.
Next, we will introduce the entire research structure and process. And finally, we will analyze the research result and make suggestions. So, let's begin with literature review. Here, we focus on these 3 points. There are transgender, sexual orientation, and sexual reassignment surgery. Before we talk about transgender, let's first talk about what is gender. In the past, society only divided people into 2 genders, male and female, and ignored more gender possibilities within established social frameworks. For example, from past to now, society has set many established patterns of behaviors and attitudes for gender.
French philosopher Simone de Beauvoir wrote in her book, "One is not born a woman, but rather becomes a woman." It explored that gender is not innate, but is created by social and cultural influence. Both men and women have been given inherent images by society. It can be seen that people's behavior, personality, and even dress are deeply restricted by societal expectations. Girls should be gentle and fragile, while boys should be masculine and brave. That is why gender stereotypes are serious.
Why does society define your gender instead of yourself? It can be seen that biological sex under social expectations is no longer the only way to define one's own gender. People start thinking, who am I? Who I want to be? So there comes transgender. Transgender are people whose gender identity differs from the gender assigned to them at birth.
But being transgender is never about wanting to be a man or a woman, but it's about identifying yourself. Transgender is also a general term. It does not only refer to one's own gender, but also includes androgynous, multigender, and two-spirit. When a person begins to live with their gender identity rather than the gender they thought when they were born, this time period is called gender transition. Transgender people risk social stigma, discriminations, and harassment when they tell people who they really are. So the intensity of the gender transition depends on individuals. Some transgender people also undergo hormone therapy or medical procedures to change their physical characteristics and make their body match their gender identity.
Another question about transgender is that people often consider transgender as gay. The term transgender does not describe a person's romantic or sexual preference. That's because gender identity is not the same as sexual orientation. Transgender people may be gay, straight, or lesbian, or bisexual.
Next, we'll be looking at our whole research process. So we have two methods to conduct our whole survey, which is a questionnaire and an interview. So we created a questionnaire to know about the public's perceptions of transgender. So this is one of the questions. How do the public think whether psychological gender or biological gender should be the main focus in gender identification?
The chart shows that more than half of the people acknowledge the existence of psychological gender. We believe that people think personal inner feelings and gender identity should be respected. Then, let's take out the second questions. If a person who is psychologically female but biologically male wants to use a public restroom, do you agree with him or her using the women's restroom?
The chart shows that most people are still not willing to accept people with different biological genders from using the same restrooms. They believe that restroom must be used according to biological gender. It is inferred that the reason may be related to personal safety or privacy concerns.
According to questionnaire survey, the public is more tolerant of transgender people and respect their identity. However, in relatively binary spaces such as toilet and locker rooms, most of the people still want to use biological sex as the standard. Next, we went to the interview part. We interviewed several teachers in the school to understand the school's attitude towards transgender students. Here's what a teacher said when we asked her about her views on transgenderism. Environmental, social, and secular values are factors that greatly affect the transgender people themselves.
So based on the interview results, we know more about the school's approach to transgenders and teachers' experiences, such as how to help them adapt in school, how they would like to be treated, and establishments of facilities. Therefore, creating a social environment that is more inclusive of diverse gender and respecting everyone's gender identity is what needs to be improved the most in the present.
Transgender still faces a series of social, legal, and medical challenges and difficulties in today's society. For example, transgender may suffer discrimination and prejudice from society.
It is difficult for them to truly be treated as equal, and overcoming the plight of transgender requires an adequately supported society.
Thus, these are two ways to promote gender friendliness that our group has summarized after research. The popularization of gender-friendly spaces can dilute the phenomenon of gender binary, so that more spaces will not be defined specially to one gender, and people will not be troubled by gender distinctions such as traditional gender stereotypes.
So the next suggestion is about gender education. Education is the most effective way to change the minds of a generation, allowing the public to establish the values of pluralistic society early on, and letting the public have a clearer understanding of what gender is. Only correct educational concepts can the public embrace a more diverse society. This is the end of our presentation.
Thanks for listening.
I believe you all have learned a lot from Fiona and Sylvia's presentation.
Yeah, they make me want to dig into this topic more deeper.
Hey, you know there's a pride parade next week?
Oh, really?
Would you like to come with me so we can learn more about LGBTQ?
Of course, and I know what most of the letter stands for except the letter G.
Then let's welcome Daniel to guide us through this topic.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniel. Today I'm going to talk about bisexuality and sexual orientation and is an type of LGBTQ. And this is my motivation is about I want to understand the bisexual high school students about their self-education and some factors including their self-education. And I'm going to divide the presentation into three parts. First is definition, next is self-education, next is conclusion. And what does it mean to be bisexual? We all know that boys and girls can become bisexual. The most reason of that is have a good relationship to the same gender. How do you know if you are bisexual or not? Before becoming bisexual, you will experience about 3 periods. First is feeling period. Feel like you're different from other people. You are bisexual and other guys are heterosexual or homosexual. Second period is awareness and confusion period. In this period, bisexual high school students will have some negative emotions such as shame or guilt. Last is acceptance period. Bisexual high school students in this period will have a sense of belonging to bisexual and he's acceptable about bisexual. And next are factors of influence bisexuality style education. First is internal. Internal means that you will follow your own ideas and don't listen to popular ideas by your teachers, thoughts, your families. Next is external. External means your friends tell you bisexual is a strange guy or something else. And last is family. Family is the most important pillar of support for teenagers. Some families is strongly opposed to their children is bisexual, but I think still some parents will respect their children are bisexual. So I think the most important factors are including bisexual high school students. And among the interviews, both interviews said the most important factor is family or peers. Families are the most important because most of the time bisexual high school student is accompanied with their families. And next is peers. Peers will say the bisexual is strange or not good, something else. So this will influence to the bisexual high school student their self-education. And next are the suggestions. First is communication. If communication will improve their self-education, I think so. Next is explanation. Explain to something else will change their views about views on bisexuality. And last is conclusion. Conclusion, I think everyone is unique and equal. and everyone has the right to be treated equally. Thank you.
Oh, wow, the presentation really helped me to learn more about the whole complex gender issue.
Yeah, me too. Oh,
Whoa.
watch out! What's wrong with the cars here? I still can't get the driving culture here in Thailand.
Yeah, neither can I. I hate this phenomenon. But why does this happen? I thought all people had to do is to obey the traffic rules.
Whoa, did you see what just happened? Let me call the police.
While waiting for the police, let's welcome James Sager to tell us more about this serious phenomenon.
Hi everyone, this is James. This is Gary. Today we are going to talk about enhancing pedestrian safety.
In recent years, several traffic accidents occurred in our country. In August 2023, a social movement group organized a social movement called Stop Killing Pedestrians March, with YouTuber named Chip as an advocate. After the march, we began gaining interest on pedestrian safety issues, as we conduct research by collecting public feedbacks and looking for solutions to improve the situation.
We began our research by chart analyzing. As a whole, most of our respondents are teenagers and adults, while female is more than male. Next, as the chart shows, 81% of respondents feel unsafe about walking on roads, while 19% of respondents didn't agree that, indicating a positive view on pedestrian safety.
48.5% of respondents found that the road design is a major issue of pedestrian issues, while other 38.8% of respondents think the driver-related causes is a major issue of pedestrian issues. While people might have varied views on pedestrian issues, but we can all agree on the need to improve road design and drivers' behavior.
We also asked respondents' thoughts on the solutions below. First, 65% of respondents believe that improving pedestrian infrastructure is the most practical method to promote pedestrian safety. Furthermore, 26% of respondents suggest that modifying traffic regulation as a solution. To sum up, although respondents have different thoughts on the solution, they all agree that action must be made immediately.
What are your views on pedestrian health? We asked respondents. Most of them were worried about traffic issues and suggested improving road designs, while some of them think the phrase pedestrian health was too harsh, and some of them suggested using Japanese method to include the driver's education from a young age.
The survey demonstrates that most of the problems with pedestrian safety are related to backward design.
While some believe, besides fixing structural issues, improving drivers' behavior is also crucial to pedestrian safety. The survey highlights that the need of improving pedestrian friendliness and street design in urban areas.
After knowing people's thoughts, we began looking for some examples to improve the situation. Finally, we chose Japan and South Korea for example. We choose these two countries because of three reasons. First, geographical position. Second, cultural factors. Third one, these two countries have fewer traffic accidents than Taiwan.
Now, let's talk about the similarities and differences between Japan and Taiwan. First, pedestrian facilities. Both Japan and Taiwan have roadways and bridges to the comfort and safety to pedestrians. Second, traffic laws. It is legal for both countries' drivers to violate pedestrians' rights to walk, such as parking at crosswalks.
Let's talk about the differences. First, Japanese roadways are frequently with additional pedestrian spaces that meet the demand of people, especially pedestrians in general. Second, drivers in Japan often feel more pressure to observe traffic regulation due to their education. In Japan, the government has long placed a high priority on traffic safety teaching in schools to increase student awareness of pedestrian safety and driving practices.
Now, let's talk about the similarities and contrasts between Korea and Taiwan. First, pedestrian facilities. Both countries have bridges and crosswalks to the comfort of pedestrians. Second, the traffic laws. It is illegal for drivers to obstruct the rights of pedestrians to cross roads, such as parking and crosswalks.
The differences come next. First, South Korean highways are often designed with additional pedestrian zone, underpasses, and overpasses. Second, South Korean government are focusing more on boosting driver awareness and training requirements.
To make roads safer, the government needs both short-term and long-term solutions. In the short term, we can add more road signs and road markings inspired by Asian designs. In the long term, we can follow Japanese lead by adding drivers' education in our policies.
An efficient policy strategy is also required, including cooperation with both public and commercial fields. If a government can conduct their traffic policies in various perspectives, it can also promote social unity and growth. Thanks for listening.
Oh my God, it's super late now.
Oh, and I should go home now. Bye-bye, Chloe and Ben.
Bye. Hey, are you interested in a trip to Korea?
Wow.
I'm going to extra tickets.
That's random. But yeah, I'm down for it.
Nice, the flight is tomorrow morning, so remember to go to bed early and rest well.
Alright, see you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, are you ready for the car parade?
Yes, I can't wait, but we have to be careful of the cars and the traffic.
Before that, let's take a 20-minute short break. Feel free to take picture with us and ready for the next session.
现在是中场休息时间，厕所即在您的左后方。
下半场的表演即将开始，我们是下半场主持人王晨瑜、江安贤。
The next session is going to begin, and we're the host. I'm Ginny, and she's Victoria.
Oh, we're finally here. I have some friends that say they will bring us at the airport.
Oh, really? I'm excited.
Hey, we've been waiting for you guys for so long.
Yeah, we're so happy to meet you too in Korea.
Yeah, same here. I miss you too so much. This is Ken, a friend I met in Thailand. And there are Boa and Mia. They are idol trainees from Korea.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Whoa, idol Chinese, that is so incredible.
No, I'm not as good as my senior who has already debuted. But my dream is to become an idol who can shine on stage something, just like Anna Senior.
Wow, what's this?
Oh, we call it a photo car. And just an extra piece of information. This car actually cost me 3,000 NT dollars.
For someone like me, it's no wonder she does so much on photo card.
What?
Why does a piece of paper with a person's face on it cost that much?
Then, let's invite the professionals to take the stage and tell us how unique this culture is. Let's welcome our next speakers, Angie, Elena, and Felicia.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Felicia.
Elena?
And Angie.
Today, we're going to talk about our research on the impact of marketing strategies adopted by K-pop agencies. To begin with, let's look at the introduction. The first one is our motivation. The impact of K-pop music has expanded to the whole world. And we found out some of our friends are willing to buy photo cards at a high price. These still led us to carry out our research. Secondly, here comes our purpose. We analyze our marketing strategies with SWOT and investigate groupies' opinion with questionnaires. Eventually, we discuss the connection between them and also propose our suggestions.
And now, let's move on to the literature review of strategies. Adding 4 members into the K-pop group can not only expand the group's market, but also attract people's attention from other countries. And the second one is language training. agencies nowadays started to train their artists different language skills, and they launch songs in different languages, such as Japanese, Korean, and English. The next one is high-intensity training. Those idols we see nowadays have been undergone high-intensity training since their teens. So, training for 8 hours or even more a day is just their daily routine. And what contains in their training? It's dancing, singing, composing, dressing up, body management, and even more. The next one is unit. To put it simply, it is a subgroup formed by selecting several members within the group. The point of doing this is to boost the purchase frequency. So now, consumer will not only buy the subgroup's products, but also parents' group's products.
Besides, K-pop agencies often hold talent shows to accumulate popularity of artists before their debut. Talent shows broadcast their training processes, performance stages, and daily lives every week. Furthermore, the shows offer fans the power to vote online to decide who will debut. And next, the agencies advertise both online and offline. For instance, they capture people's attention by recommending music videos through streaming platforms or endorsing co-branded products. Moreover, the agencies utilize the mindset of fans to collect limited edition photo cards as giveaways in various activities and products, thereby increasing revenue. And in addition, the autograph session is a small-scale fan meeting. To get autographs from artists and also chat with them up close, fans are willing to spend a lot of money to obtain more chances. So can anyone guess how much it costs approximately?
3,000.
Thanks for your answer, but actually the correct answer is 10,000 to 300,000. And all this money is only spent on buying albums and books. And it is this that the agencies take advantage of to boost album sales. And lastly, actors or actresses with idol backgrounds are often seen in K-dramas nowadays. It helps them not only make more profits, but also raise their popularity. To give an example, Yuna from Girls' Generation used to star in some popular dramas like Big Mouth and Timberland.
And the questionnaire for this research mainly focuses on how these strategies influence customer behavior. Our study summarizes and synthesizes the literature data related to marketing strategies. And the method we use to analyze is SWOT. We're going to discuss the opportunity and threat while given its strengths and weaknesses. For starters, let's look at some of its strengths. As we mentioned above, holding talent shows allows artists to gain attention in advance. Also, starring dramas contributes to gaining new fans. Furthermore, each unit serves as another way to make profits. Finally, the agency can get additional ones by allowing artists to endorse some products or services. Due to the high price, some K-pop fans hesitate to attend autograph sessions. The amount of content for albums significantly impacts fans' purchasing intention, making it detrimental to marketing if it's too little. The K-pop industry customer base is predominantly young, limiting their purchasing power and also the frequency of consumption. All of these are the weaknesses.
And the next one is opportunities. Both language training and adding foreign members into the K-pop group can expand the K-pop culture into the whole world. And the next one is co-branded products. Producing co-branded products can let agencies gain extra money. And the next one is threat. Strategies agencies use nowadays are too similar. So if there's an agency comes up with a branding tactic, it will be a threat to others. And then, here comes our questionnaire. The items that respondents have spent most on is albums. The second one is other merchandise. And the third one is the co-branded products. Talking about co-branded products, here comes our questionnaire, and as you can see, 63.5% of people are more willing to buy the co-branded new products but not the logos only ones.
Thirdly, as you can see, more than 90% of the respondents consider talent shows a major mass media that makes them give attention to artists first. And next, more than 50% of the respondents will watch the drama starring their idols. It indicates that artists function as a certain guarantee of ratings. And in addition, we surveyed which capability or characteristic the respondents value the most and the least. And to our astonishment, up to 90% of the respondents regard foreign language skills as the least important one. And lastly, according to the chart, more than 75% of the respondents are less willing to attend the autograph session given the incredibly high cost.
Finally, here comes some conclusion and suggestions. Among all the strategies, there are two that's effective ones. Firstly, about 90% of the respondents value foreign language skills the least. Hence, our suggestion is to add foreign members into the group instead of spending too much time training artists foreign language skills, which can not only raise attention from multiple countries, but also contributes to the move of agency toward globalization. And the second one is autograph session. It was considered a high-priced activity by most of the respondents. Given the lower purchase rate, we suggest that the agency change the album into other merchandise. There are also some highly effective strategies. Co-branded new products attract more potential buyers compared to the logo-only ones. So we suggest that the agency avoid presenting logo-only products in pursuit of profit. Maintaining good product quality is essential to both the brand and the agency. Now, you're experts in K-pop agency strategies. May you all be a smart consumer. I'm Felicia,
Elena, and Angie.
That's all for our presentation.
Thank you for listening.
Wow, that's impressive. I never knew so much about K-pop culture.
Sugar, yes please. Would you come and put it down early?
Speaking of
I'm
which,
right here.
whose song are you listening to?
Sorry, did you just ask me whose song I was listening to?
Yes?
That must be Maroon 5. I've been your fans for a real long time.
Oh, I know you like them very much. Indeed, Western music is a genre that shouldn't be ignored too.
Sounds like you know a lot.
Well, I did some research before.
If so, would you like to share more with us?
Of course.
Then the floor is yours. Let's welcome our next speaker, Jeannie.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jenny, and this is my topic today, how rock has always grown us. So, obviously, it's about rock. Before we get started, I'm just curious about why I chose this topic instead of those academic topics. So, it's because I'm the president of the Rock Music Club, and I'm obsessed with matchless and unique music culture. Desperately wanting to know more, I chose this topic, and I hope you guys could get to know more about this topic too. How it started. Rock originated in the United States in 1950s when country music and blues are added by electric guitars and steady drum beats. Iconic artists such as Little Richard and Chuck Berry. Soon as the 1960s, rock popped up with its upbeat rhymes, catchy melodies, and rebellious attitude. Rock's aggressive attack suggests a sense of freedom that was striking during that era, but it also elevated rock into a new cultural heights. Two classic bands, the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. The late 60s and the 70s witnessed the transformation of rock into various types of music, such as hard rock, glam rock, and progressive rock, which gave rock a darker and hotter tone. At the same time, Pink Floyd added some psychedelic elements and complex arrangements into it. In response to it, groups like Sex Pistols, and Clash simplified rock into its core ingredients: loud guitars, rude attitude, and rich singing, and that was how punk was born. Meanwhile, American groups REM, which is my mom's favorite, added some post-punk element into rock, and they're also called college rock due to their popularity in college radio stations. But at the time of 80s, college rock had become such an alternative to mainstream rock that it received a new moniker, alternative rock. They're also called indie rock because of the band are also signed by small and independently owned labels. By the time of now, there is a resurgence of classic rock, with bands like The Strokes and Arctic Monkeys, Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit also gained popularity with a fusion of rock, metal, and rap elements. Also, rock has continued to evolve with more electric elements, bands like Bring Me to the Horizons and Imagine Dragons. Talking so much about foreign music, you might find it hard to understand if you're not a really big fan of rock. But don't worry, I'm not going to take some Taiwanese bands for example too. Accused like 告五人, Mayday, 五月天, 831, and Decadence. These are some of the most popular bands in Taiwan, and I'll say they're mostly classified as pop rock. Since pop rock are easily to enjoy by more people and more close to mainstream music. Besides those bands like I mentioned above, Taiwan's rock culture is still thriving on this multicultural land and looking forward to more and more interviewing music being created. In conclusion, the evolution of rock reflect the changes in society, culture, and technology. As long as the musicians pushing the boundaries on and on. And I hope after my presentation, you guys get to know more about rock music. And that's all of my presentation. Thank you, everyone.
So basically, you bought a $3,000 photo card. I'm sure you have done even more crazier stuff than that.
Yeah! I mean, of course I did. Hey, is that Emma?
Hey, guess what? Your order is finished. Would you like to come and pick it up?
Oh, Emma, you're so nice. I hit your place right now. Here's thanks, Emma.
Bye.
Bye.
Who were you talking to? She's pretty excited.
Oh, Emma? Oh, Emma, she's the bomb. She's a French designer. Our agency's very stage outfit designed by her are absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, she's a genius. I'm totally obsessed with her.
Sounds like she's an amazing person. Oh, can we go with you guys while picking out the outfit? Meet Emma?
Sure, why not? All right, let's go together.
Let's invite our next speaker, Crystal.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Crystal Chen. And today, I'm going to introduce you guys to a brand which is an ethereal beauty, Saki. First, let me outline our presentation for you. I will divide my presentation into 4 parts, which are the introduction of the brand, folklore and connection, Saki 2024 Spring and Summer Show, and lastly, my design. So, when you guys first see this image or this type of clothing, what keywords comes to your mind? Maybe it is spring robe, fantasy, or princess, something like that, right? And that is what exactly the brand intends to convey. According to the designer, the brand's keywords are fanciful, extra-romantic, and nostalgic. You might be curious about what nostalgic is. Nostalgic means thinking of a past time or a past condition, which is about memories, like jokes. But what does these 3 keywords associate with the brand? You can think about it in your head and you will see. And now, I'm going to give a brief introduction about Saki as a brand. Keywords I mentioned in the last page are all designed by her, Kimberly Gordon, the designer and the founder of Saki. Saki offers a range of standout party dresses and after-party style suits. Its ready-to-wear collection is an imagination-driven brand and encourages artistic self-expression. Also, Saki is a low-risk company, producing small inventories to test the success of their items. They use pre-sale to predict how much to buy and popular stock for future rounds. This ensures no dangerous dumping or controversial to let fail. Next, I have a small story to tell you guys. In Irish, Scottish, and Icelandic folklore, Saki is a woman of the ocean who lives in sandstone skin. When she comes out to the rough and baked skin sun, if a man is able to steal her skin while she sleeps, she is forced to marry him and live on land. But if this Saki gets her skin back, she will transform back into her true form and immediately return And now, let me take you deeper into understanding the show. The show took place in September 2023 at the rooftop ballroom of the St. Regis, New York City. It is inspired by the famous Cotton-Club sister, who almost convinced the world that fairy men actually exist at the age of 9 and 19. Upon mentioning Cotton-Club sister, it will be necessary to elaborate their stories. In the early 20th centuries, the girl had an amazing curiosities about mysteries. Driven to their common interest, they often having fun at the forest or mountains, and they accidentally met fairies and other ethereal spirits. The elves poke their head out of the mushroom bushes and quietly observing the girls entering the fairyland. Is it a dream or reality? Maybe as long as they believe everything can come true. As a child, fairies are often the gateway to a rich imagination, especially for little girls. While this collection encourages people to backtrace to their childhood memories as if they were the fairies themselves. It is also a way to play dress up, just like we all did when we were kids, pretty doing the same. And now, I'm going to talk about features of a show. First, it's about fabrics. They use soft and dreamy color as key tones, combining transparent gauze with romantic or false and upward flips. As about details, the pointy ribbons bring the creative and functional details to the garment. The designer also incorporates classic elements from late 19th century's women's attire into modern design, such as headscarves and corsets. Combined with local style, they use fresh and aesthetic tones, and you also use various delicate lace edges and balls. It makes people feel girlish charm. At Saki's show, models wearing garments range from chubby girls to older women. There are even girls sitting in wheelchairs. Saki emphasizes that regardless of your gender, race, height, weight, or any physical condition you have, you can confidently show yourself in your own skin. Now comes to the overview. Saki 2024 Spring and Summer Show took inspiration from fairies, continuing the brand theme of fantasy and romance. The ethereal children adorned with dreamy prints, and the lines of butterfly wings flooded with each set of fairies. The gorgeous dresses paired with sudden ribbon, lace, and pleiades, creating a magical atmosphere. Lastly, the models appeared as if they were the forest fairies, emerging from seclusion and briefly returning to the more realm. Next is something special. I'm going to introduce you guys to a design I had a few months ago. And it is inspired by the famous Saki story which I mentioned before. And the whole outfit was all made by myself. This is my mood board, or you can call it an inspiration board of my design. And this is my design, and this is my hand script. You can take a look and I'll explain it for you. Mermaids are often depicted as half human and half fish appearance, facing a sense of isolation, distance, and loneliness from human world. And what I want to convey is everyone should face their identity with confidence and strength. The design not only incorporates the mysteries and elegance of Saki, but also celebrates the power and grace of women. In this piece, I aim to showcase women's grace, confidence, and independence, encouraging them to pursue their dreams and shine with their unique brilliance as Saki did. The cut in the design involved the underwater world with the layers of the skirts mirroring the waves of the ocean. The design captures the mysteries and elegance of Saki while also representing a cause to protect marine ecology. And that's what I want to say through the design. Lastly, Saki is important to me because it embodies a sense of freedom and self-expression, which makes me deeply resonate with. I feel empowered to embrace my true self, dressing not for others but just for myself. So what I want to tell every girl is that at its core, Saki is a story about escape. However, I hope every girl, whether wearing Saki's dress or not, can dress just to please yourself, no matter what other things. Confidently show yourself in your own skin. And that's all of my presentation. I hope you guys can all find your true self in your future life. Thank you.
Wow. Emma was a real mastermind, wasn't she? But the downside of K-pop outfits is that the replacement is way too high, and that's definitely not good for our Mother Earth.
You're right. As the population grows, people should pay more attention on sustainable clothes or utensils. At After all, we only have one Earth.
I'm always curious that is that possible to be both stylish and environmental friendly at the same time?
I have no idea either, but I think Jessica and Greta can help us out. Let's welcome them.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Greta. Hey Jessica, have you ever got freebies like water bottles or reusable bags?
I haven't really received one before.
Really? These are one of the most popular marketing strategies nowadays.
Then, I think it's time for us to dive into the field of sustainability. Welcome to our presentation, Eco-Fashion, Sustainable Marketing Strategy of NAT and 50%.
First, today our presentation will be separated into 4 parts. Our research motivation, introducing sustainable activities, our questionnaire result, and reflection.
Now, let's talk about our research motivation. Why we chose this topic? We chose this topic because as the world advanced, the planet got polluted and destroyed. We want to protect our Mother Earth by embedding ESG and SDGs.
And now, you might be curious about what ESG is. E stands for environmental, S stands for social, and G stands for governance. The main concept we're going to talk about is environment. While manufacturing, some clothes brands may choose to use recyclable or biodegradable fabrics to make clothes. The other may choose to use water washing techniques to achieve sustainability, which can help 2.4 million people worldwide to have clean and drinkable water to use.
Now, let's talk about SDGs. Now we know the connection between ESG and SDGs. Let me tell more about SDGs. SDGs, which stands for Responsible Development Goal, created with the aim of peace and prosperity for people and the planet. It included 17 different goals, of which Goal 12 is the main purpose we are going to talk about. Goal 12 is about ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns, which is the key to sustainability of current and the future generations. It urges the clothing brand to use eco-friendly materials, ensure ethical labor, and promote repairability and recyclability.
And now, let's talk about our 2 main brands of our project, NAT and 50%. As you can see, here are some characteristics about NAT. They mainly export surplus clothing. Later, it shifted its focus to self-developed products and design clothes. And it has also changed its name to NAT.
As for 50%, besides this characteristic, it also emphasizes that we don't need to buy anything. Instead, the brand encourages us to display our unique own style.
And it comes to our 3rd part, our questionnaire result. We started to collect our survey results from November 23rd to December 7th. We have received over 141 responses. First, we would like to know how many respondents have already knew that many brands have launched eco-friendly promotional activities. As you can see, over 75% of the people have already knew. And for those who haven't found out this information, we have prepared a short instruction for you.
To promote the sale of clothing, some brands may choose to distribute some freebies like reusable cups, and the other may choose to give out free coupons when customers give out their own clothes. As you can see, over 85% of the respondents agree that they will be influenced by these desires. As I mentioned earlier, these marketing strategies such as giving out coupons and freebies when customers give out their own clothes. But do these strategies really protect our Mother Earth? Around 86% of the respondents agree.
And besides those spring marketing strategies we mentioned above, clothing brands may find out more ways to promote their sales. At the end of the season sales or collective discount are the 2 most common types we can see while we're shopping.
Now it's our suggestion. While doing this research, our biggest question was where do these clothes actually go after they're collected? Because most of the brands do not indicate and show the customer where do they go. In our opinion, we think that the brand should open up more to the customers so that we can have a deeper understanding in this aspect and encourages us to participate more in environmental operations.
And here comes to our reflection. Many new marketing strategies nowadays have been adopted by many enterprises. And to combine
Jessica.
And I'm Greta.
Thanks for listening.
Speaking of sustainable marketing really reminds me a lot of things. We're living in such an important era that the upcoming generation.
You're right. As time passes, people are starting to care about these environmental issues. Well, what if the world can remain like this forever? Will we eventually reach our ideal world? Hey, what does your ideal world look like in your mind?
For me, it's definitely a world where I can get endlessly without any tired.
Same here.
An ideal world environmental creation, well, that's a really tough one. But I guess it's different for everybody, isn't it?
The definition of an ideal world might be different from person to person. There's an old classic book called Utopia. Without further delay, let's invite Hazel to guide us into the world of literature.
Principal, teachers, and guests, this is Hazel Chen. I stand before you to present you the presentation, The Connections and Differences Between Thomas More's Utopia and Lois Lowry's The Giver. Before I officially delve into the world of literature, there are two main concepts that I have to introduce you: utopia and dystopia. In the literal definition of utopia, the word consists of the Greek ou, meaning no, and tupos, meaning place, which indicates that a utopia is a place that does not exist in reality. However, according to Sir Thomas More, the author of the book Utopia, it refers to a place, state, or condition that is ideally perfect. On the other hand, dystopia is where people live miserable, fearful life, while another explanation to it suggests that it is a failed utopian society resulting from certain settings or incidents. To sum up, the term dystopia is often used to describe a place that is undesirable or frightening. With these two major concepts in mind, let's officially begin our journey into the world of literature. The first book is called Utopia, and it will be separated into 7 aspects for better understandings. Utopia is an isolated, crescent-shaped island with 54 cities sharing common laws, language, and customs. Its centralized governance, from local magistrates to a principle chosen by the people, ensures equitable decision-making. As for slavery, it consists of those who violate the laws or rules. Families are tightly structured in Utopia, with the elders of each family holding the authority and communal childbearing practices. Labor is highly valued but limited to 6 hours per day, ensuring time for intellectual pursuits. Marriage in Utopia must follow certain rules, such as nakedness before marriage, forbidden premarital sex, and divorce possible under mutual consent. There are no restrictions on citizens' religion in Utopia, but all are based on reason and love rather than pleasure to follow the rule of intellectual pursuits. The author, Thomas More, criticized some of the utopian practices, but still acknowledged their potential benefits. Ultimately, Utopia served as a blueprint for an ideal society and a critic of contemporary governance. The next book is called The Giver, and I will guide you through the background of it for better understandings. The Giver portrays a futuristic society devoid of pain, fear, and hatred, achieved by eliminating individuality and choice. At age 12, citizens are assigned lifelong jobs and spouses. With exactly 2 children assigned to each couple, the concept of family is artificial. Release is celebrated as a transition to elsewhere, but is in fact euthanasia, hidden from citizens with lack of understandings of life and death. The government perpetuates the illusion of maintaining societal harmony, but actually showcasing the consequences of a society built on repression and control. And here lies the first important question. Is The Giver a utopian literature or a dystopian literature? Well, let's analyze the whole plot of The Giver again. The Giver's community emphasizes sameness, the absence of conflict, and freedom from pain and suffering. However, as the story continues, the dark side of the community gradually emerges. The Giver masterfully navigates the delicate balance between utopian ideals and the unsettling consequences of sacrificing fundamental aspects of humanity. In short, it is a book about a dystopian society wearing the camouflage of utopia. a utopian literature, why do you compare these two books with different themes? To answer this question is simple. Since The Giver is a book disguised as a utopian literature, to my curiosity, I started to wonder how close it is compared to a real one. And to my belief, there are no books more suitable than the book Utopia itself. With that being said, let's take a deeper look into these two books. The following session will be separated into 4 parts shown on the slides for their analysis. With the first being the aspect of geography, both communities highlight the importance of uniformity, yet they diverge in geographical portrayal. Utopia meticulously describes its community layouts, while The Giver intentionally ignores city details to underscore its sameness. However, what is hidden in The Giver's text is a regulated environment, prioritizing order over individuality. As in the social aspect, for both communities, social authorities lie within the elected few. In Utopia, citizens select rulers, whereas in The Giver, the elders rule without selection. Labor distribution varies too. Utopians rotate farming duties, whereas in The Giver, citizens are assigned loving jobs. While Utopia outlines a clear slavery system, The Giver subtly portrays control through limited freedom, blurring the lines between rulers and subjects. Decisions in Utopia must undergo a 3-day debate with significant matters addressed by the Council of the whole island. In The Giver, the elders hold exclusive authorities over all matters, employing a top-down ruling method, contrasting Utopia's bottom-up ruling method. Marriage in Utopia must follow certain rules, including a naked suspension before marriage, divorce only possible under mutual consent, and family members giving birth and raising their own children. In The Giver, families are predetermined by the elders, lacking emotional connections or love to maintain societal control, contrasting Utopia's emphasis on interpersonal relationship while maintaining order. Upon finishing looking at the forming aspects of these two books, let us do a quick recap. Utopia is where equality is implemented and humanity is also cherished. The Giver, though achieved his goal of stability, the society is neither ideal nor perfect. Comparing Utopia and The Giver reveals that achieving an ideal society requires sacrifices of fundamental humanity, turning both books into cautionary tales, and contributes to ongoing discussions of societal ideals. In contemplating the world depicted in Utopia and The Giver, we are prompted to reconsider our own notions of an ideal society. Perhaps true utopia lies not in uniformity or control, but in the richness of diversity and the embrace of our humanity. This is Halo Chang. May your dreams unfold like petals in the morning light, and may the whisper of your heart guide you on the flight of your journey. Thank you for your attention.
In the Penelope, they meandered through this world, pausing and pondering. Witnessing the mirror tapestry of his landscape, they splashed hues and hues across his canvas, leaving their indelible imprints. In this room, they embraced their truest self and crafting their existence with their own hands.
Their lives may serve on the utopian ideal, yet every choice, every creation was uniquely theirs. Perhaps utopia is not a defined entity, but a personal realm within each soul. May all find their own amidst life's journey. May all reach Elysium in their own hearts.
And now, let's take a look at this short video that we made together.
you like to join me?
Of course.
Come on out, yes.
Let's go to the stage.
Give a big round of applause, everybody. Thank you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Todd Garthwaite. I've been guiding these exceptional individuals now for 3 continuous semesters. I would like you to think about that. What you just saw. They went from 0 to this. Public speaking skills, interpersonal skills, organizational skills, teamwork. So many challenges, as Emily pointed out, so many challenges they had to face bravely and overcome. And they did it. I'm so, so proud of you all. That's why I asked you to come down. And for those of you who are parents, I know, I'm a parent. My children were born in Taiwan. They are going through the public school system, and you worry. You worry about them. What's the right path for them? Is it math? Is it science? Is it English? Is it computers? And there's so many worries. But when you look at students like this, these exceptional individuals, and they have something that other English students in other high schools do not have. They have public speaking skills. For those of you who had a chance to go to Computex and see Jensen Huang, if you know who he is. Yes. NVIDIA, an exceptional public speaker, not just a genius when it comes to AI and chips and microprocessors, but a great public speaker. And he also highlighted the need for storytelling. You have to be able to tell a story. And that's what they are able to do. In just 3 semesters of public speaking, 4 semesters of English, especially with Emily's help. Oh, thank you so much. They went from 0 to 100. Think about that. In 4 semesters, in a second language. If they could have did what they did today in Chinese, I would have been amazed. They did it in English, and I'm so proud of them. And as parents, you never have to worry. They have public speaking skills. They have people and interpersonal skills. This will serve them not just in high school, not just in university. This will serve them far, far beyond the walls of this school. In life, in their careers, in parenting, in everything they do. Public speaking, interpersonal skills, people skills, and storytelling, organizational storytelling. They have everything they need to cope with life to be successful. Everything else is just something they need to learn on the side. But what they've learned here, the last 4 semesters, is going to take them very far. So as parents, okay, I would like you not to worry. I would like you to be very proud and supportive of them. I know a lot of you have been exceptionally supportive of them for the last 2 years, and I thank you so much. Emily and I both thank you, okay? But keep supporting them. They're on the right path. They will not let you down. If you saw what they did today, they're only in high school, and they did that after just 3 semesters of public speaking, 4 semesters of English, and look what they've done. It's amazing, okay? And you should be very, very proud. Don't feel you're being arrogant. Please be proud of your children. You deserve to be proud of them today. Give them a hug, give them a big smile, and please tell them how proud of them you are today. I'm just their teacher, and I feel like I'm their father, and I'm proud of them. And if you really are their father, or their mother, or their grandparents, or their aunt, or their uncle, please, please give them a big hug and tell them how proud of them you are. Because they deserve it. They really, truly deserve it. And I'm so proud of you. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for making me proud, guys. Thank you very, very much.
好，校长没有办法用那么流利的英文啦，哈，但是全场我大概听得懂7、8成，好，那表示同学们的口音真的讲得很漂亮，好，那我真的印象很深刻啊，尤其是我觉得大家的主题啊，都让我非常的感兴趣。那从很生活化的主题，不管是这个行人地狱啦，或者是说快时尚啦，哈。 或者是说到后面比较是讨论比较是讨论乌托邦，好这样的比较严肃的，比较是文学，比较或哲学思辨的主题，我真的觉得我们的同学表现非常的棒哈。 那虽然说我自己也是 ，I'm also parents of 2 kids. My daughter is the same age with you. 但是他们，我女儿的英文没这么好。那的确，刚刚 Todd 老师说的，或者是我在中间 break 的时候跟那个我们老师说的，一华老师说的，其实各位同学，你能够完成这次的惩罚，代表着你未来人生的路上遇到很多的挑战，你已经具备了足够的能力和勇气去面对和克服。校长对你们深具信心，我相信你们会是我们本校非常杰出的校友。恭喜各位完成一个伟大的任务，也恭喜各位爸爸妈妈，好，你们发育了这么棒的孩子，当然更感谢我们的老师，我真的太爱你了，好，谢谢大家。
我们最后请这次惩罚的各组成员上台，请摄影组上台。
The photographers. The actor and the actresses.
请美宣组上台。
The artistic designers.
请上半场的主持人上台。
The host of the procession.
最后，请我们的总招们上台。
Last but not least, the coordinators.
以上是我们这次的惩罚 Elysium， 谢谢大家的参与。
And that's all for today's Elysium. Thank you all for your presentation. And that's all for Elysium. Thank you all for participation.